Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Guy Getting By. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. If you're a returning friend, awesome. Welcome back. Let's see what we're doing today. What better time to spend on changing the oil in your Jeep than Thanksgiving Day for all of those that spend all of our time working. This is pretty much the best time to go ahead and take a moment and take care of our own cars. So what you will need is oil drain pan and a proper size socket. That is for your drain plug. And then you need oil, which is behind me, suitable for my Jeep here is Quaker State 5W30, and it takes about 6 quarts. Hey guys, if you have never changed oil by yourself, I must say that, because never changing your oil and never having your oil changed are two different things. So we're going to go under here, show you where my drain plug is. So you're going to look for a pan somewhere in the bottom of your engine, obviously. Lowest point should drain out. So here is the oil pan, and there's the drain. I've already opened it up and started draining, and I will show you the drain plug. So it should have a gasket on there, and you have the option of changing that. I don't think I've ever changed one. They're usually pretty good, and they usually seal. But if you get under here and find that it was leaking, you're probably due for a new one. So this shot out pretty good at a pretty good rate. Now it's just dripping. I like to let it drip, but it doesn't usually stop unless you let it sit here forever. And we're on a time crunch, so we can't let it all drain out. Here is the new oil we're going with, 5W30. I do not use synthetic because I do oil changes every 3,000 to 4,000 miles. And I figure it's going to get just as dirty if you use synthetic or not. So why spend the extra money? This is not an advertisement, by the way. But 5W30 is what the Jeep calls for. So that's what we're going to use. So we're going to go ahead and I recommend inspecting the oil as it comes out. You do not want to see little metal shards in it. You just want to see dark, and no, you don't want to see it milky either. Dark is fine, but if it has any white streaks or metal in it, you probably want to have your car checked out. Either means something's breaking down inside, or you have a leak and coolant is getting in your oil. Alright, we're going to snug that up. Plug that hole by hand. And grab my socket. Snug it up. Don't over tighten it. You could crack your block, or crack your pan. Or again, also don't strip it. You want to make sure that is going in straight. Alright, so that is all done. Draining there. Now you need to find your oil filter, which on Jeep, I thought it was a crazy design, but now it's kind of cool. Alright, we are done with the socket. Throw that aside. Move the oil pan. Some cars, the oil pan can stay in the same spot because your filter is in the same spot as your drain plug, but not on the Jeep. We need to go up here towards the front, and you can see this little funnel here, this little spout that actually runs down from where the oil filter is. I don't know if you can even see it. I have some lines to replace, but way up here, there you can see it. There is my oil filter. I'll show you what it looks like when it's out, and I'll show you what a new one looks like. So I'm gonna turn that out and let it drain. All right, as you can probably not see, it's just dripping a little bit because we already drained the engine of the oil. So we'll let that drip a few minutes. And be careful when you turn this oil filter out, because the way it sits in the engine, there's going to be oil inside. So you can easily make a mess. So as you can see, we use the Mopar filter. It comes recommended. I'm not saying you have to, and I don't always, but I have been. But again, and look at all that oil still in there. This might be about 4,000 mile oil change. But gotta make sure to keep her happy. This engine needs proper maintenance or it will not last. Just like most engines, but this one in particular. Okay, so that is the old filter. Here is the new one. Part number MO090. I get these at Walmart for like $6.39, I believe. You can go pay more at the auto parts store or Chrysler dealer if you like. But it's a Mopar filter, I get it at Walmart. $6 or $7. Alright, so oil filters just come just like this. It looks just like the old one because it is just like the old one. Make sure your rubber gasket is on there. The other thing you need to make sure of, that your rubber gasket from your old one is still on there, because you don't want to double up on rubber gaskets or it will not seal properly. Okay, I like to take a little bit of fresh oil on my finger and just lubricate that seal before I put it in. There you go. She's all lubed up. Now that'll sit in there and seal up quite nicely. Now, it's not easy to get in here and put this on without getting disgusting and using one hand. So I'm going to put this in and turn it on. As you can see in here, if you've never done this before, there are threads, and that thread's right onto your feed valve, feed pipe. I don't know what you'll call it, but it's set up to spin right on there perfectly. Again, do not cross thread it. Make sure it's going on easily, smoothly, and straight. So now that we've got the new filter in and snugged up by hand, didn't over torque it, just snugged it up, and we got the drain plug back there in the oil pan snugged up. I'm sure there's a torque specification. If you're worried about that, go ahead and look it up. I usually just tighten it down, and I've never had a problem. Give a little extra push. We will move up to the top here to finish up the job. Alright, so as I said before, Jeep Commander, working on the 4.7 liter. Look for your engine oil filler. Right there on the cap it says 5W30. That's why I got 5W30. Now, they give you a humongous oil filler portal there. It's like falling in a dark hole, black hole. So, I don't even need a funnel for this job. All you need is to make sure you hit that giant orifice. Can I set you somewhere that I can show you? Well, let's try it without... Oh I made it. Now it's being crazy though. Until you get a smooth pour. See, I can never do that without a funnel on a different vehicle. Alright, so that is pouring. And look how fast I can do this. That is a quick oil change. Back in the day I used to buy quarts. And you'd set 1 quart, dump it. And you'd go grab. You let that sit and drain. And go grab your next quart, dump it. Let that sit and drain. Here we got 5 quarts. Right there. All done. Let that drain, and then we'll be good to go. You always want to check for leaks. I have no doubt that I don't have any, but you want to make sure it's not running out where your oil filter was, or running out where your drain plug was. Okay. So far so good. Now I'm going to go check the specs in the book and see exactly how much I need. I think it's 6 quarts, but I will check that in a second. Alright, got the proper amount of oil. We're going to replace the giant drain cap. Make sure you do all this stuff. Now what we're going to do, shut the hood, get her off the ramps so that we can check the oil level on level ground. It's not going to be right. Oh, where's my key? I need my key. I'll be back. You can see here, we're right in the middle of the hash lines in the safe zone. I'm going to add a little bit more, maybe a 1/4 of a quart, just to get me higher up to that top line. And we'll be done. All right, so you can see here we are closer to the top line there, so I'm happy with that. We're gonna put this back in. Every time you pull it out, wipe it off so you're starting fresh. And then you know what you're doing. All right, so that is in. Cap's tightened down. We already know there's no leaks underneath. There are drips. It's probably just water or something, hopefully. The other thing while you're at it, check your tire pressures. I know mine are low. I'll have to fill them up. And check your coolant level. This I'm going to put up to full, because I know I am losing some coolant and I have to replace some lines. So all good maintenance things to do while you're changing your oil. Alright, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, sorry it was rushed. Come back for more videos. I'll spend more time on them, but now I'm going to eat turkey. So have a great day. This was an oil change for Jeep Commander. Catch you later. Have a great day. Enjoy your turkey. That about wraps it up.